Mary Ikue Sasaki was born on November 5th, 1935 to Noboru and Yoshiko Sasaki. She was the ninth of their 11 children. She was named after Mary Foster, whose estate her father was the caretaker. Her Japanese name was one that was a little quite different. Unlike her sisters, who had common Japanese names, hers was comprised of words describing when she was born and about her. The E in Ikue came from Inoshishi, or boar, which refers to the animal of the zodiac for the year she was born, 1935. The Ku, or 9, came from Mary being the ninth child, and the A came from the word to pile or to stack, so she was the ninth, child. Obviously, they went down to it. Mary was a veteran of, as most people were back in the day, of the Do Pineapple Academy, and a proud graduate of Kaneki High School. We're not exactly sure when, but she eventually, after graduation, moved with a friend to Chicago and worked there for a couple of years. She ended up returning back home in 1959 following her mother's passing. Once back in Hawaii, she worked at Von Hamion before ending up at First Insurance Company of Hawaii as a marketing clerk and eventually a claims file clerk, and she was there for over 25 years. Before retiring, Mary was diagnosed with breast cancer. She did not let it get her down and always had a positive attitude towards beating the diagnosis. And she ended up being a proud breast cancer survivor for more than 25 years. In her post-retirement years, she enjoyed taking her biannual trips to Las Vegas with her older sister, Tohiko. And if it was a good year, she went 3 times. Mary helped care for Tohiko, whom she lived with during the early stages of her courageous battle with Alzheimer's. And it was on one of these Vegas trips, on the return flight, that she collapsed and was taken directly to the hospital from the airport. Mary would never return to her home again. It was determined that a blood clot had ended up in her already compromised lung, and she had a tracheotomy and a feeding tube installed, all on the same day, and recovered like a champion. Over the next 3.5 years, she was under the watchful care of Queens Medical Center, where she was treated like a celebrity every time she showed up, because she was easy to take care of, as the staff would say. She also was at a nursing home, which was across the street, and lastly, the care center of Honolulu. Eventually, the bronchiectasis, which is the disease that she had, became too much for her lungs to bear, and she passed away peacefully on January 20th of this year, with both Merritt and me by her side. Mary was preceded in death by her parents and her siblings, Norma Suiko Kageura, Raymond Toshiaki Sasaki, Richard Takayuki Sasaki, Ruth Tohiko Hamase, Takiko Sasaki, James Katsuyoshi Sasaki, Timothy Chikafusa Sasaki, Ronald Michiari Sasaki, and Mei Satsuki Hinton. At the time of her passing, Mary was survived by her last sibling, Faith Tsukiko. Now, most people who knew Auntie Mary would most likely describe her as someone who was quiet, private, and one who never went to cause it, make any waves, stir up any trouble. But in the last 3.5 years, both Merritt and I found out that she enjoyed watching hula on TV. We never did it when we were growing up. She never danced hula, but somehow she was attracted to it. And we found this out because she kept on trying to copy the motions that she was seeing on TV. We also found out that although she would always tell us to turn off the TV at the nursing home, don't waste the electricity, but she enjoyed one show called Dr. Pimple Popper. And on many occasions, wanted to assist in the procedures from her side of the TV. And as you will see later, a little later, she also liked to watch Panic at the Disco and Megan Trainor while imitating the dance moves she saw in their music videos. And as you could guess, since she could no longer travel to her home away from home, Vegas, she enjoyed playing her slot machines on her iPad every day. She also enjoyed the company of her stuffed animals that you see up front here. Each had a name: Tokiko, Satsuki, which were both her sisters. But then she started naming the other ones: Pinky, Porky, Cutie Pie, and the big blue one is Bam Bam. And every night she would make sure they were placed on her bed in the correct location. Although Satsuki and Tokiko would always switch places every other night. Many would be surprised to know that Auntie Mary also had a rascal side to her, which her nurses aides, and respiratory technicians knew all too well. About 2 years ago, Auntie Mary got in the habit of blurting out very loudly a particular phrase anytime she would feel anxious, worried, or even if she had an itch that she couldn't scratch. That phrase was, "I'm gonna die." Not, "I want to die," but "I'm gonna die." And this was usually the second phrase you would hear from her after, "Oh, you came to visit me." And we visited her every day. So sometimes it would come out more as a question, and sometimes it would come out more as a statement. You always hoped it was the question type, because if you were lucky, you would tell her, "No, you're not gonna die." And she would respond, "Oh, okay." But if you were unlucky, she could argue with you for 10, 15, 20 minutes, which seemed like forever, that we were wrong, she was right. And anytime there was a new staff member assigned to her, we would always have to warn them about her outbursts so they wouldn't get alarmed. And we actually ran into one of the respiratory technicians, and we didn't get to warn her. And she was a little like, "Oh my goodness, what's going on here?" that first day. And on many occasions, she would utter her phrase, we would tell her no, and that wasn't the case. And she would kind of calm down, and that is until a staff member would come and check in on her as they normally do, and that's when she would start up again. When she would finally believe us, she would then to the staff member, as if we couldn't hear her, saying slyly, and it got to the point where I created a big sign for her wall that said, "I'm gonna live, and I'll be okay." And we, every day, repeated it. So like, what does the wall say? And throughout the visit, we would have to do that. And we would always repeat it as we were leaving from the visit, which my sister would visit every morning, I would visit every night. And then sometimes both of us. But, so although Auntie is no longer with us, I now reflect on these phrases and think a rewrite is in order. It should now read, "You're gonna live with the Lord forever and will be okay." Although Auntie Mary never married or had any children, she was a second mom to Mara and me, and treated us as if like we were her very own. It is because of the love that she showered upon us throughout our lives that we have always had a deep sense of family and a strong commitment to one another. Although not under the best of conditions, we were so fortunate to be able to spend as much time as we were able to with her these past few years. So I would like to close the way we would always end our visits together by saying, Auntie Mary, big hug, love you, and